Well, let's think about this. I mean, me and Kash have been talking about this quite a bit, and she's done some research on the gold angle. And the thing with the gold, now, ready? Well, the point being now, if this is let's finish the equation.
Yeah.
Flynn, the equation, the result is a kiss in the hiney. The other part of the equation that only this makes sense is a deal. That's right, boys and girls. The bad word, the deal.
And what about Kash?
But they're in the Ukraine. They're talking with Russia. They're negotiating for a deal. Now, a deal might be a form of compromise. Do you know what my position is? And we'll get into Kash too. Is you don't compromise with that kind of evil. There's certain things you can compromise with. There's things that you can't. And that's why I've stayed on this track. That's why I didn't make any deals. None of these people have said anything bad about me. Elvire making the movie, the whole thing, one of the most important men of our time. Juan, the closer. The thing with Kash. So it's what's going. I'll throw this thing in with Kash and my thought, but with the alternative part of this, with the podcasters. If I was concerned about the podcasters, can Trump allow these people to prey on the people who gave over their retirements and so forth, that they believe them because they supported President Trump? They even gave them the impression that they had inside information in supporting them. What I would say this then, the gold that Kash is going to get into is the commonality with these podcasters. When you see these podcasters and you see like these fills, they have these mansions and sports cars and buses and so forth. That's not so much donations as much as gold. And that's the retirements and so forth, right? So let's take a look at Patel. You know what Patel's in danger for? His connection with Flynn, Nino, the podcasting world. Remember now? Well, let's take a look at this. Does he not know those people? Does he not know that they're selling gold? How about this? Show that Elvire post, Kash. Now remember, Elvire, who works for Flynn, I have on text that I believe CIA, right? The whole J6 team that's connected to Ketchel, Gristle. I have a time reading that, Kash. Okay, all right. You want to know who is a grifter? Anyone selling gold, period. These, I can't remember the truthers, ignore the fact that they are affiliated for unregular metal companies. All right, so 50 to 60% of people's life savings. All right, you don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, so that's Elvire saying that these gold companies, 50, 60%. Why don't we know that now? What I would say to Kash Patel, if we're going to play the Flynn pretend game, that's a serious problem for Kash Patel. And you know something? Just in case you people, these podcasters now think they're protected, that Flynn's protected, Lynn got a kiss, and their guy, Patel, is in as the director of the FBI. Now you get pressure on Patel. If you remember now, let's take it back. Let's use this as an alternative. When he was in the hearings, the Patel was asked a question about Stu Peters. And what he said, I guess, is that he doesn't remember Stu Peters. And we all know thereafter there was 8 times he was on Stu Peters' shows. And he was on Nino's show and the whole kit and caboodle of the Flynn podcasters. So we know the director of the FBI knows who these people are. Now, if I'm the director of the FBI, Flynn's flying high, right? Protected. But what if this idea was not, that I said before, the general contagion, the size of it, the big picture, as Elon Musk put it? We might lose confidence in our FBI, DOJ. Now, we've lost that, but we may not have any of them because they're all corrupt or complicit, which is what I've been saying for years. But they're doing it in a structural manner. but they let Flynn go. So he's off and running. What if part of that structural manner was that we don't want Flynn to make contagious to the DOJ pushing the insurrection plan? So if you've got to get Flynn, or at the very least, the deal that they made is with the podcasters, how would you go? Oh, I don't know. I might go through the gold route and turn around and start looking at all the people they ripped off. Let's see who's responsible. Let's find out their license. That might be get them all. Oh, wait a minute now. I've got another sign for all you podcasters that aren't scared enough. When Kash was asked that question, he didn't remember. Do you know what? Those liberals, those Democrats in that kind of a tight race never said perjury. Wait.
Right. That's what I was questioning.
Why perjury? You know what's not perjury? When you're under oath like that? When it's under an investigation.
Uh-huh.
I forgot. That's right. I don't recall. Hello? You think the director forgot 8 times? No. So you know what it signals to me? Investigation. Oh,